We have to have a committee swearing in, budget reading, other matters. But because of the time factor, we call our treasurer to give us the budget. When the secretary comes, then we proceed with the previous week's reading.
I think it's delightful today for us to gather to here. We know we are behind time, so I think we're going to make it quick as now. And as we move through procedures, we are grateful for the Almighty God for a wonderful semester, and also thankful for all the support so far, and also the dedication you've had to come and represent the student body. Before us is the proposed budget for the first semester for the academic year 2019-2020. Mr. Speaker, the House, before I commence, I would want to say that we are of the view that items that are placed on the budget are items, the plan which we hope to achieve in this very particular academic year, hopefully. And items that are based or placed on the budget are items that are not exhaustible, that within the controls and the limited resources that we might have as an association, we will also make sure with the finance committee, make sure that we make sure that the financial measures and everything are put in place to control the budget as supposed to be. With this, we hope that any adjustments that will be made, anything should be of not subjective but objective, in order not to rule down the affairs and the spearheading of the affairs and running of the administration successfully. On this note, I will just give the procedures I want to go is first giving an introductory of the first page, and then the other notes will follow through as we have to go through. Mr. Speaker, the front page gives a summary of everything and the notes that have been presented in the following pages 1 to 6. The first item, we have an amount of 26,000, which is the balance brought forward. We have SRC dues expected, which is the note 2, that is 19,250. We have other incomes that are projected to spend, that is 48,000, and all these total as a projected income we hope as an association to have, that is 206,217. The following are the projected expenditures we hope to spend. Monthly allowance, which item could be found in note 4, is 36,030.40. We have social planning, 35,950. We have debate society, 1,461. We have welfare, 7,130. Proceeding to project and assets, we have 11,000. Sorry, the 11th item we have 75,500. Women commission, sorry, project and assets, sorry, 72,500. We have women commission, 4,957.50 pesos. We have external affairs, 15,150. We have media, 12,420, and sports, that is 5,430. With all this, we hope that the projected expenditure for the semester is going to be 229,928.50 pesos. We have a contingency of 6,870, 6,897 and 86 pesos. The grand total that consists of the projected expenditure and that of the contingency of 3%, grounds to hold an amount of 236,826 and 36 pesos. We are running into a deficit of 30,609 and 36 pesos. Mr. Speaker, the House honorable members, this is the projected expenditures, the projected budget that we hope to present to the General Assembly members subject to their review this academic year 2019-2020. And we are hopefully for your perusal and further corrections, anything that we want to do. Thank you.
Honorable members, use 5 minutes to go through the document presented to you. Then after, we interrogate you. No. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. No. To look through the document presented to you. Yeah, are you done? Yeah, I'll do that. You want to ask me one question there? Yeah. Not now, please. Page 1. If there's any question on page 1. Page 1.
shuttle service. 10 times daily, 5 days, 30 seater per 12 weeks, 600, we are getting 36,000 of the Ghana cities. I'm wondering if the SRC has a shuttle, why hasn't it started operation already? What are we waiting for? I wonder if the SRC has a shuttle, why hasn't it started operation already? Are we waiting for the budget to be approved before the shuttle starts? Because it will bring some money. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Member. Mr. Speaker, I think it is well noted. But I think as we move on in item where we have project and assets, we have an allocation that we made for SRC bags. So I think we have made an allocation where we are going to purchase an SRC bag this very particular semester. Hopefully, it's going to happen live in Calais. So the shuttle we are going to run, and these are the proceedings that expected income that has been kind of projected to end when the bus is in. Thank you very much.
Apply the bus.
On this issue, one person cannot speak about it twice. Yes. So continue.
I thought that was for the purpose.
Yours is follow up. Yes. So after.
Yeah, because following up, you have to have a previous follow up. How come then the same person would be
before he answered your question, that's why I allowed you to make your suggestion. So that's why we are following up with your first question that you posed to me. But every issue that we are debating on it now, one person cannot stand and talk about it twice for prayers.
Mr. Speaker, I humbly want to know if your statement now is the new ruling code the house should go by?
Our constitution it permits that on a certain matter, one person cannot speak about it more than two or more than one.
The speaker, if you
I'll
be
quote
kind
you,
enough,
don't worry.
if you
I'll-
be kind enough
yes.
to,
Don't worry.
thank you.
Why can't continue?
Oh, I wanted to talk about the same issue.
Yeah,
another
go
way.
ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so then if we do not have the shuttle yet, I don't see its essence here. You see, it creates some form of delusion in the heads of people that the SRC would get this kind of money in this time because of course they see something there like that. That's why I asked earlier, if it's there, why is it not in operation? So I think we should go out there. It doesn't create anything in anybody's mind. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. You might be a businessman, that you run businesses. You make projection of sales you want to sell in a very particular month, though you've not made production. It's a projected income, a revenue we are hoping to achieve when the bus is in. So you kind of project your sales before you do your production. So we acquired the bus and we projected that these are the revenues that will come, and surely it's going to come. Yeah.
We've already spent 4 weeks.
As at when the budget was prepared.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a short question. SOT. Yeah, I'm asking that during the previous the handing over, did they give you any documents like during the handing over transition? Or you offer any documents from the rest, which they don't have any debt left for them to pay or not? Because I don't see any indication of debt or something like the SRC is owing anybody anything. So I don't see any form of debt. So I'm asking whether the transition, there wasn't any debt left for the SRC to pay.
Thank you very much, Honorable Danny.
Yes.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker. I believe the issues with transition are not part as a treasurer, I'm not part of the General Assembly as at when everything was done. Maybe the report has been given and I'm not privy to. But I think Honorable Daniel, you will see those capture some of the accruals that have been made that we are going to bear. You will see it as we proceed forward. Yeah. But we don't have any report on that. Finish it.
If there's no debt left, or you don't know whether the previous SRC have debt to pay, so preparing this budget, it means.
Honorable Daniel, on the point of correction, I did not say we don't know, you're not giving us any debt that is left. I said issues with transition, I don't know if it was discussed in the previous GA, which I am not part of. I couldn't attend again. But anything that is concerning the money, that is accruals that have been made, you will see it captured in there. Thank you.
So, Mr. Speaker.
So as we proceed, you will see the accruals. We are dealing with the first stage. So don't worry. Ali.
Okay, we are taking 2 more.
By going through the monthly allowances, I want to find out what are those allowances for? Because I've seen 36,000, 37. If you could brief us. And secondly, if we could get a constitution, so that we are addressed with owners of the Your name again? Nana Usuansan.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. An honorable member and answer. I think on the page 2 item, we'll see the monthly allowance and item. If you look at you go back to page 1, you find out that just beneath the projected expenditure, you realize that we have starting from monthly allowance, which is the note 4. So when you get to page 2, you'll find out actually what. But you can still see that of the president and the vice president. Thank you.
The last person.
The House, good evening once again. A very cogent question has been asked, and it's very necessary we try to digest it so that it becomes so soluble for everybody to understand. Mr. Speaker, Honorable, I used to call him Mantele.
Please, can you speak louder? We are taking minutes here.
Okay. Honorable Mantele has asked a very significant question, asking whether administration has been given a handing over note. And my understanding I've gotten now is that the treasurer said it's not much preview about it.
On a point of correction, I think this I'm not privy to it. I said I don't know what transpired if a report on the transition was given at a previous GA meeting that I had because I wasn't around.
A transition.
But I know there's a transition report that has been served by us, which I cannot tell the GA because I am not. And I don't know if the other meeting will be finished with that. So I cannot speak to that. That's what I'm speaking to the monies. So things of transition, I think
transition notes,
President might have done that.
Transition notes don't need to be discussed as GA. After handing over documents are filed, it is being handed over to the executive of the next administration. That's why when you prepare a budget, the executive have to sit on the budget themselves. The executive themselves have to sit on this budget.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable, the House, we can't in a way time down the constitution we are using. The honorable member has no right to speak now because he's no more qualified at the moment to speak. He has not been sworn in. This is the first time we are seeing him in the House. Until he's been sworn in, he needs to respect the constitution as an ex official and do the right thing at the right time. On that note, he needs to be mute for 1 hour. Until the right thing is done. On that note, I move a motion, Mr. Speaker, that when he deliberately trying to throw dust and undermine the very constitution that protected his office, his punishment is that he needed to be mute for 1 hour to correct himself before he comes. That's the motion move. With all due respect.
Please, 1 hour. I don't think honorable member in the
Mr. Speaker, a motion has been moved. Call for seconder against the move on.
Mr. Speaker, very good afternoon. Mr. Speaker, you have demonstrated wisdom over this House. And if what my honorable member is saying is found to be true, Mr. Speaker, let your wisdom speak and grant him his wish with immediate effect before I go to my substantive matter.
Yeah.
So I second the motion he has moved.
I, Daniel Osawe, rise to second Honorable Felix.
social employment.
I'm still on the floor.
I think 4 people to speak on that issue. And those who are spoken on more than 4.
Mr. Speaker.
4 speakers. 4. So if you have something to say about Akwa, please. That's page 3. Page 3.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, by your loving kindness, you permit me to say something before I move to Akwa. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So, Speaker, you see, it is for no reason that when the House is called for a sitting, we make reference to previous minutes. So, Speaker, if your memory will be clear as mine, before we ended the last meeting, when I was moving for the motion for adjournment, I stated that, oh, Mr. Speaker, sorry, you weren't the speaker then, so I forgive you for that. But the House has record that I said that the House needed to consider the President's speech because there were some gray areas within the speech, which is now finding manifestation in this budget we are holding. Now, issues weren't clear
Mr. President talked about legacy debt. Now we are seeing it recaptured as accrual. So we needed the president to come back to make some explanatory notes to his plagiarized speech, because he was saying he was in a hurry. And sometimes when you are in a hurry, Mr. Speaker, you can do things that you must not do. So, Mr. Speaker, I entreat you that we must fully understand some of the issues the president raised in order to appreciate this budget. Else there will be more questions than necessary. Now to Akwabawi, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as I know, I have been in Gimpa for the past 3 years. I know Gimpa has security. We are seeing security for guest speakers. Mr. Speaker, even when Dr. Baumia came here, we didn't have extra security. So I don't know who we are bringing here. I don't know if we are bringing security because of the many dogs that will be here for the dogs they are. And Mr. Speaker, it's not too interesting that we are going to be spending students' money to high security when the school already has security. That's the first thing. Mr. Speaker, I see something captured as dog day out. Mr. Speaker, with all due respect, this school has 4 faculties. I don't know if we have the Faculty of Animal Sciences, to which the Social and Planning Committee chair is the dean of that school. For which reason, he's spending 1,000 Ghana cedi in the old currency, that is 10 million, on dogs. Mr. Speaker, I wish some of these questions would be answered. Thank you.
Before then, the porter. Where's the porter? We are leaving at 5 o'clock. So make sure 5 o'clock. Okay, thank you.
So I don't know if you come clear. Are you talking about dog day out or you're talking about security? I don't know which one you're talking about.
Honorable, may you come again?
So I don't know which one you're talking. Are you trying to refer to dog day out or you are trying to refer to security?
In fact, I raised 3 matters, Mr. Speaker. I don't know what you mean by accrual, Honorable President. If it refers to the very thing your president referred to as legacy debt, we need to clear about it. And I don't know why you choose to spend 200 Ghana cedi when there's already security here, and then you are spending 1,000 Ghana cedi. I don't know if it's local dogs or foreign dogs. We are yet to know.
Okay, so I thank you very much. I think to the aspect of the president issue, I think maybe technicalities in terms of accounting or something might have gone in there, maybe I said legacy debt or something like that.
Yes,
but I believe that
you need to be very emphatic about the words. You can't say or something. What is that something?
Okay, so sorry about that. But what I'm trying to prove here, what I'm trying to say here is that we have prepared and we are using the term that's supposed to use. If Mr. President have used a word, for that, as I said, I wasn't at that time. We were not privy to. So we are using the term that has been accrued, which is mean, I know maybe honorable members might have known. So that's what we are using as an accounting word. So we cannot speak to that issue of legacy debt or whatsoever the president has said. And then also to, I think the security men.
So what is we have it in our previous minutes.
You have not
So when you get there, we are going to talk about it. So let's make the budget. From there, then we go to the previous minutes. If time will permit us. Because President made it clear that the previous administration left debt of 47,000 Ghana cedis. I think 47 or so. 45,000 Ghana cedis. And the money in our account now is 35,000. And accrued money presented to us today is about 20,000. So we go back to the previous minute. Then wherever we found short, then we know how to go by it. But for now, let's stick to the budget. It's rather unfortunate that the treasurer couldn't factor that or captured the 45,000 into his budget.
So I think, Mr. Speaker, I don't know if you are permitted to say. Okay, so Mr. Speaker, I think it is a debt. and I think we owe, as saying, what should I say? Exactly. So an accrual that has carried on, as he's saying, I wanted to use the word he says, a legacy debt, so that I will not kind of move to kind of sway him with a different way saying accrual. So I think the legacy debt or whatever has gone on, which is an accrual. We have looked through the items. Remember, it's a let me say an accrual, a debt which we have carried forward as an accrual we are supposed to pay. So we look at the constraints of the limited resources we have and look at items on it. Not that we are not going to make sure that we are going to clear that off. In the next semester, we are going to move on. Okay, so with the security, I think maybe the social and planning chair is here. He can actually help us.
Yes, I think, Mr. Speaker, I'm sorry, this is an abuse of procedure. We are reading a budget. If we are supposed to hear him on Akwaba Week, that's a separate matter. Mr. Speaker, I'm sorry, but this is very confusing procedure.
Let's start with the security. The people that we are bringing on board, they say they have their own security men that they will bring on board. And for that matter, we have to take care of their 10%. That is for those that we are inviting for the seminar. And the dog there, it's like they are bringing various bits of dogs to come and then showcase a kind of, it's like they are coming to have some, it's like a community, like the dog that they are trained, they'll come and then do some kind of traffic and other stuff. What? The minute we are bringing them, they come and then showcase those things to us. So it's not like everybody bringing their own dog. Nah, it's a company that has trained those dogs and they are bringing them on board. You know, it's something new. It's something new.
I think we had a committee chair. If we are to approve it, there is a higher body to take decisions. Are we approving the dog and the security? No. Don't worry.
Mr. Speaker, it's like we are cooking banku and then we are adding Bogonte. Mr. Speaker, as procedure will have it in this house, a budget reading is separate from Akwaba Week program discussion. The budget is read separately. Akwaba Week is looked at in its whole nature. We can't be reading budget and at the same time approving dog shows. So, Mr. Speaker, I pray that
Honorable member,
you are now.
Can you occupy your chair?
Mr. Speaker, let me finish.
Please, can you occupy your chair? Okay, the reason why we are reading budget today, and if care is not taken, Akwaba Week is next week. If care is not taken, they will go ahead and do whatever is on the budget. That is why I want the right thing to be done here. We might not get a committee chair to come and explain whatever is going to do on our Akwaba Week. And if that should happen, it's going to. If that is to happen, it will go against the GA. Because if we are to approve the budget now, it is going to affect the GA. That's why I want us to look at it critically. Okay, please.
Honorable Speaker, thank you. I raised on the point of order when the Honorable Committee Chair used to explain what the dog out is. You said that. Okay, so should we take it out? And everybody said yes. On the point of procedure, on procedural stuff, we rather move a motion and then it is seconded and then we give space for a counter motion. If there is none, then you rule. You don't like we did it earlier. Thank you. So, Mr. Speaker, as it stands now, the dog show is still part of the budget because we've not moved or elaborated it.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for the fact that I've caught your attention. And Mr. Speaker, I would say good evening to your high office. In that of honorable members. Okay, Mr. Speaker, for the purpose of identification, my name still remains Emmanuel Ashadi Jani. And Mr. Speaker, I'm so grateful for the paper before us here, presented by the Honorable Treasurer. A paper before us that's supposed to
Honorable
demonstrate
Jenny,
to us.
you are naked before the GA.
Mr. Speaker,
Last time.
but when you are borrowing the money to use to generate profit, to sustain your life, it's good to borrow. But if it's not going to satisfy that purpose, then it's kind of bad. That is my personal perception. I can't confirm from the output of Mr. Speaker and that of members over here. But Mr. Speaker, to say that they should take that aspect out, I'm not really against it. I'm not also for it. Mr. Speaker, I stand indifferent and I ask for an explanation whether that dogs they are bringing to come and give us tricks for us to watch. Will it generate revenue, or is there an activity around it that's going to generate revenue? Then when we do this analysis, it will be fair for us to either maintain it or remove it. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, personally, I would think just removing it would be good. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Jani, my affable boss himself. Mr. Speaker, I believe that the Gimpa Resources is an association for a not-for-profit association. We are not actually highly aiming at making much more projected revenues. We run affairs of some other support that comes from people and make sure that we work within the means at which we have. But I think the other part of it, because it's a social actual benefit that we give to people, I don't know if time will permit, but I think we have an issue, we had a small discussion with the Gimpa Council unit, I think 3 days ago, and they wanted to hold a psychological. I think my affable Honorable Gladys will attest to the fact. And she was speaking to an issue of an item of even bringing this same particular dogs. Earlier on, we did not see the appreciation of that. But I think the emotional happiness and psychological other things that comes involves in that aspect is very important.
I rise on the point of order on what my honorable treasurer just said, that the SRC is not going to make profits. However, I see here under page 1, under Aquaba Week, sale of canopies, sale of t-shirts, and I'm asking, the monies that we would get from the sale of the canopies and the sale of the t-shirts, would we outspend the money we'll get, or we'll make a little on what we spend in the sale of the canopies? And that money, would it be termed to be profit, or it's a breaking even, or it is a loss? You're going to be clear on that. Thank you.
The aim of the association is not solely to make profit. If that is the case,
Making profit on this.
yes, we could project some revenues in order to support activities and seek for donations, sponsors that will support to help us to run the affairs of the SRC. But if we want to intend to make every item that we're supposed to give to the students with a view of trying to make profits out of everything that we do, then which means that we are moving away from what actually we are into a profit-making association rather than a not-for-profit association. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, good afternoon, and thank you for having this. And I don't know how you can contribute to that.
Yes, because you came late.
No, that doesn't mean you should deprive us from having a copy. Meanwhile, we have records of members here. No, I contacted the speaker.
What is going on?
T-shirts for organizers and volunteers. T-shirt for, we have been to this campus for over 4 years. And I've been saying Aquaba Week that they print many T-shirts. and you are even if the head, the chair is swamping, you are the head, you want the t-shirt, and then t-shirt for the organizer, and for the volunteers for what are they going to do? And 50 pieces, which is 20, which is 1,000. And they say they want to cut down costs, and they are making t-shirts for volunteers.
Thank you very much, Honorable Michael. I don't know if you could clear as well. You've been here for over 4 years. I don't know if you are a graduate student or.
No, I
Yes, 4 years. Which is if you are a graduate, you are not supposed to be here.
Let's finalize it and continue.
Now we have issue on the dog day out t-shirt, the t-shirt and the security. Yes. These 3 items. Is that all? Citizen, you're not talking. Is that all? Okay, citizen.
Mr. Speaker, thank for the opportunity given me. Mr. Speaker, thank for the opportunity given me. I would like to seek for a clarification and contribute to the progress of procedure in the House. Mr. Speaker, accrued. Where did we get accrued from? That is one. Where did you get accrued from? And 2, that's my issue. 2, on NUPS, the budget for NUPS. Okay, so I'm on page 2 of page. Are we still on page 3? So the page 3 there. No, I'm talking about ACU. Immediately after the appointees. See an item over there. ACUA. The treasurer is not much to do about, but he's able to get some ACUA and put here. So I want to know, per his explanation, my understanding is that maybe he's aware of some debt and it's like, are you making provision for a percentage of it? Because the question that the honorable member Mankele asked must be answered clearly. We want to know. He is asking that, have you received any handing over note? And Honorable Jeff also made it clear that when the president was giving his speech, as far as state of SRC is concerned, he mentioned a debt. Is that not so? Of 3 different things. But as to whether the figure is correct or not, that's another issue we will look at, with all due respect. But I want to know, is it a component of that particular debt the president reported on you are capturing here, or it is, I just want to know clarification on that, with all due respect.
Thank you very much, Honorable. I think I said on the first note that what transpired when the president gave the state of affairs, I don't know the state of affairs that he gave, I wasn't there. That does not mean I am not privy to any transition that has gone on. I have not been part of any transition that has gone on. Any language or technicalities or whatsoever, jargons that has been used, which I don't know of. If you use a legacy debt, as we have been said, all those things, I cannot speak to the issue because I was not there. But what I'm saying is that on our side, that is from the Finance Committee and the document we received during the transition. You get it? We received during that is where we are provided. And now, in terms of the payment, it is a debt which we've carried on as an accrual. We need to make payment. And then we've set priorities as to based on the resources that we have. But we do not just clear everything. We have activities that we plan for that we also need to handle as we are now. So that is why you can see that we are setting priority even to the GA accruals, which has been made. If you go to the item there, I don't know if we can go back again there. We are set to the GA we go there and we see the GA, General Assembly, we'll see accrued GA allowance, which we've made provisions to make sure that we settle the GA because they are the highest decision-making body. That's phase 2. Phase 2. So the GA, we know that, okay, fine, these are the people we make decisions with. These are people that we always ask them to come around to help us in making a decision. So we've made provision for that. And then if you go at phase 2 under the GA, General Assembly, that's the last item before the subtotal. So 3 sittings for 15 members, 25 cities, which is amounting to 3,750. And then if you move down again, going down through to appointees, we have some committee chairpersons and other committees that were formed, an audit committee and judicial committees that we also have to 4-member council as we see from there. That is, we found out that is, I think, on the same page, I think item 5. You'll see on top where we have the appointees. So we've created, as you can see there, we've made provisions for that. So any other debt that is in hold that we see it fits, and if the source document and everything that has been made have been served to us, which we've also gone through as a finance committee, and is subject to payment, we will actually equally make such payment. So we are hoping that the next semester, looking at the limited resources we have, to cut it short, we'll carry it on and make the payment. Thank you. So know that we are not going to pay anything, we are not going to pay the accruals that are there. The one that fits is being solved.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Honorable Treasurer, I like your last statement that it is not that you have decided that you are not going to pay. Now, when I was in level 200, I was a sworn-in GA member. I did not receive my allowance. When I was in level 300, the whole 2 semesters, level 300 to the same, I did not receive my allowance. I want to know how the payment will be like, because some of us have actually graduated and gone. The records are there.
Yes.
What, the records there, we don't have our bank account numbers. It's going to be
Mr. Speaker, thank you. Even though I rise on a point of order.
Sorry, just to make it clear, I point to 3 things. The news issue.
You are not there.
Right, you are not there yet.
Mr. Speaker, even though my good friend is in a hurry for us to get to roots, Mr. Speaker, since you became the Speaker of this House, you have been a man of your word. Mr. Speaker, if you check your time, it's almost 5 o'clock. Speaker, I want to move that this House be adjourned and reconvened on Friday for further discussion, because it is 5 o'clock. No. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. No, I am
Mr. Speaker, having taken an oath to respect your order, for which your order says that exactly 5 o'clock, you wish the House to close. I'm not sure I qualify to be the first person to disobey your order. That note, have no option than to second.
Thank you very much, and I need to recognize that the honorable former treasurer and the honorable former PRO have always been my boss, and they are still my boss in one way or the other. Mr. Speaker, they have spoken very well according to what Mr. Speaker said in the course of the proceedings, and that is actually what they want to go by also. But Mr. Speaker, they too taught me that Mr. Speaker can sometimes change his mind. And Mr. Speaker, it's good that we actually take leave of this place to attend to other matters as well. But sometimes looking at gravitation following some items. It is good that we plead with them so that they will help you to reconsider your decision at least. And so maybe actually all that I'm saying Mr. Speaker, is that
this is a very important activity of the GA. Ever since I joined the GA, approval of budget have been very heated. And should we adjourn it to Friday, we will create a lot of ideas to what we already have. And what we have now, we've not been able to solve it. And then we're going home, sleep over it for 2 days, and come back. And I would need somebody to second, because I move a counter motion that we continue the proceedings of the House.
Mr. Speaker, if
no, there's a motion. Somebody has to second.
That's what I wanted you to say.
He moved.
No, he moved.
I moved. Water Adam Jewabia. Second, the council move by Honorable Jani.
No.
If he moved,
Mr. Speaker, I'm sorry. Jani didn't move a motion.
He didn't move a motion.
He didn't say he didn't move
a motion. Oh.
Mr. Speaker, I need a second.
But to add that you should give us guidance. You should rather extend to a particular point in time. If honorable members can help, so that we extend the meeting to, let's say, 6 o'clock. But leaving it open like this will mean that we'll be here and we will not fast track the process. On this note, I second the motion move, but a correction may to be made that it should be extension to a certain period of time. Thank you.
Before we take a decision on that, I made my point clear, and I don't change my decision. We are to start the meeting 3 o'clock. Some of us, we left our various places around 1. We came here, we sat here from 1 o'clock up till almost 4:20 before this meeting started. And that doesn't show a good leader. As a leader, if you want to be a good leader, you don't respect time, then you've already failed already. You are not a good leader. If you are saying we are starting meeting at 2, we should be sure we are starting 2. We are closing now. If the budget is as important as we think, we'll convene meeting tomorrow. 3 o'clock, by 5, then we close. 2 hours. And we are going to start exactly 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. I respect time. And I want everyone here to respect time. We have to deal with this budget issue by tomorrow, so that we can kickstart the Afaba week. GA must stand on its own. Executive power is there, SRC is there, and GA is also there, and the school itself is there. We have to stand on our own, so that whatever decision we take, it will hold waters. Not like you come here and then you see 2, 3 people. I'm so impressed that today you have a lot of people here. The room is almost full. Say, shout yeah for yourself.
Yeah. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. The way you spoke has gingered me. It shows that we are indeed leading to the promised land.
Yes.
We are indeed moving to the promised land. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy how we are handling it. We call for the serious one. I keep on saying that the very decision we took over here that night was the very decision that management used to let the election come on. I will say it everywhere I go. So we shouldn't be taking activities we do over here for granted. If we don't respect it, they will also not respect it for you. If you respect it and there's any third party raising issue against it, they will base on that and make their ruling. Mr. Speaker, may you live long, and you keep on living long for the rules and regulations you want to put in place. Let's see this year as one of the vibrant among all the presidents. That's the only thing that can make us valuable. I'm very impressed about your submission. May you live.
No more. Okay, so we are taking the budget.
Are you on?
Yes, we are.
Where's the budget for? Please.
But how
The
can
budget.
you-
No, it's a proper budget.
It's not rejected by.
Please, honorable members.
It's not rejected by. We are not allowing to.
Since the budget has not been approved,
We have to
government are not going out.
No, it's not rejected.
It's not
Rejected by the process.
No, it hasn't been approved. So that is all. We are withdrawing it. We are withdrawing it. We are withdrawing
Let me say something.
Please, we have the tweet.
The honorable member needs to ask for permission. It should be muted for the next 2 General Assembly meetings.
When you said we are voting at exactly 5 o'clock, the house, I think you are the right honorable. This was taken. Now I want to take the and you are man of your word. Please, no. I want to draw your word.
All right, sir.